Hey everybody, it's John Younger with Assisted Living Locators. Today we've got 5 minutes with Heidi Whear of Seaglass Village. Hi Heidi.
John, thank you so much for having me this morning. I'm so excited to share a little bit of news about this new organization that we're starting. We're, Seaglass Village, or what we call Neighbors Helping Neighbors, is a village that has grown out of a national movement. And Beacon Hill actually started the movement in the late 1990s, early 2000, as a group of people who wanted to help each other stay in their homes for as long as they could as they aged safely in place. And so they were friends that got together, and it was this grassroots kind of, hey, let's see what we can do to help each other. Let's create community, let's have fun together, but let's help each other out. And whether that's transportation to a doctor's appointment in Boston, or it's going to Cancun together as a group to go play, or it's helping take storm windows out or put an air conditioner in, all kinds of different services. And so Beacon Hill started this 20 years ago, and it's become a national movement. And now
Right.
there's about 350 villages around the country. And Seaglass Village is actually in formation right now. And we're looking to launch it over the next few months and become a village here in the Marblehead Swampscott area. And so what we will be doing is trying to gather folks that are interested in being members and also interested in being volunteers or member volunteers. And those folks will basically help each other out to try and figure out what they need to stay in place. And the way it will eventually work is that we'll have the website where you, if you're a member, you can put into the computer that you need someone to help hang a picture or change a light bulb or take in the lawn furniture at the end of the summer, those kinds of things. And you put that in the computer, and then a volunteer will say, hey, you know, I'm free next Thursday, I can do that. And so they claim it and they say, yeah, I'll come on over and I'll help you do this. And so that's basically what the village is about. It's about helping our neighbors stay in place. And we're hoping that we will get volunteers who are within that age bracket of 50 plus, 60 plus, as well as younger volunteers maybe that will help teach computer learning at home or via Zoom or whatever, so that folks are able to access internet services, technology as well. Um, as I said, there's 350 villages around the country, and they all do different things. We are hoping that we will be able to provide transportation to different appointments or help someone get a haircut or whatever. But our key objective in many ways is to not duplicate what's being done already by other organizations, in
Okay.
particular the COAs. So we are working in collaboration with them to try and address those areas that need the help the most. So COA and government employees and those kinds of folks are not allowed to go into people's houses to help them put in a storm window or take out the trash or walk the dog. But the village uses a lot of its money to make sure that everybody is well insured and that all volunteers are quarried. And so we're making sure that we have everybody is safe that are going into people's houses, and then we begin to develop community and relationships with those folks. And so it might be that I have Thursday mornings free, and I start connecting with Mildred and take her to the grocery store on a weekly basis, and we shop together. And she might not be able to carry those bags into her house, so I help her bring the bags into the house and put them up on the shelf in the kitchen. And that's really, in a nutshell, what the village is about. It's about neighbors helping neighbors try and stay in place and take care of each other. And biggest thing is to have fun. And
Yeah.
so right now, we are looking forward to potluck dinners or cocktail parties or trips to the zoo or a Red Sox game or whatever, and you know, kind of get together and go as a group and figure out how we learn how to paddleboard out on the ocean, those kinds of things. And
Yeah.
so it's about having fun and aging gracefully as we are together, and as our needs change, and figuring out how we can be together.
That's great, Heidi. So, make sure you let me know when you guys are going to go to Cancun.
You bet.
Make sure you let me know about that. And this really, it's very, very unique and interesting. I know I have heard of the one in Beacon Hill. It takes a village. I mean, that's a great name. It
Yeah.
takes a village, because and it really does. What I would like to understand is Seaglass. What is that? Where's the concept of Seaglass name come in?
So I don't know if you've seen it. There is this beautiful poem, and I wish I could recite it, about sea glass, but about the fact that something might drop in the ocean and it's rolled around, and it creates something, the ocean creates something beautiful out of this piece of sea glass, and as it ages, it gets even more and more beautiful. And so that's one piece of the sea glass. The other thing is that we are all communities that are on the water, and so the name right now is the Seaglass Villages, Swampscott and Marblehead area, but we're hoping that as we get situated here, and then we begin to expand, and we invite other communities, for example, Nahant or Lynn or Salem, to be part of our community. It takes about 30 members and 30 volunteers to actually launch a village. And the reason for that is if I'm a member, and I'm paying a membership fee, I would want to be able to have, those things I need carried out, but we need enough volunteers to be able to match those needs. And the experience of other villages around the country is that if you have one-on-one, that you're in pretty good shape, that you can fulfill most of those needs.
Yeah.
The other piece that I have not mentioned yet is that we will not be able to do things that licensed people need to do. So, for example, if you need a screw tightened, we can do that. But if you need electrical work or plumbing or something, then we would have vetted contractors and different people. And so we will have a list of vetted folks, vendors that we can promote. And we're hoping that as we mature and as we grow, that we will have quite a list of them, and perhaps even they might offer a discount for our members. So, and that can be anything from contractors for the home, as well as healthcare workers or lawyers, or someone to come in and help you balance your checkbook. We would not be doing that as volunteers, but maybe refer to an expert that can.
Right.
So that's kind of the third piece that we would be working on as part of the village.
Right. What a great concept, Heidi. Thank you so much for coming on. How would people get a hold of you if they were interested in either becoming members or volunteers?
The best way is to email me directly, which is seaglassville@gmail.com is a direct email. So it's SEAGLASSVILL@gmail.com. We also have a website, which is www.seaglassvillage.com. I'm sorry, .org.
Yeah.
www.seaglassvillage.org. And on that website, there's actually a place where if you're interested in being a volunteer, you fill out the form. If you're interested in a membership, you fill out the form, and then we get in contact with you. And the membership process is that you would fill out the form, and we would come and visit you and check in with you and make any special notes about how to get into or access the house, or whether you need a walker or those kinds of things. And we would put that in the information for any volunteer that's going over to help out at the house. And then also I can be reached at a cell phone number, and the phone number is 781-718-9584. And so we're really excited to
That's
get this
great. Oh,
program
this is
off and
very
going.
exciting.
And
Yeah.
we're hoping that we will continue to grow. And we're hoping that this will be, it really is a national movement. And we're hoping that we'll see villages popping up everywhere, because it really does make sense. And we're really hoping that people will connect and find themselves more belonging to a community than being isolated out there.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some villages that the average age is in the 80s, and so there's so much that we can do to help each other. And then if there's also a group of folks that are aging and they're becoming more and more frail, and
Mhm.
at a time it might be a place where they are no longer eligible or no longer in the right place, and they need to move someplace else. But for right now, we're hoping to keep them in where they want to be.
That's great, Heidi.
Thank you.
So nice to see you and spend some time with you. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes with Heidi Whear of Seaglass Village. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you, John. Great to see you.
You
Take
as
care.
well. You too.